just saying, like, we need a cartoon for this shit or something, like, so that it'll make the kids be able to grasp the message easier too. Y'all feel me? But like, nah, man. Like, I wish I could just sit back and watch it myself and just speak it and watch it and show it. But like, but anyway. So what I have to basically do is I have to go into use their references and then hope that you can bear with me through their references, because you gotta understand the oppressor is so motherfucking slick. You know, he's a slick motherfucker. This Zeus motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? His bitch ass. That's why I feel like I feel about him, y'all. Like, I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? He real slick. You know what I'm saying? He real slick. All right, so a lot of people should should have heard the term Super Saiyan. But guess what? Truth is, I'm pretty sure if the only people who probably know what a Super Saiyan is the goddesses that watch Dragon Ball Z, and that's rarely few. You feel me? And the gods, goddamn it, that grew up on it. I know the gods remember Dragon Ball Z for a fact. Now, when you talking that, I can't even say all the gods because that's at a certain age group. Like, you know, the shorties nowadays ain't watching no Dragon Ball Z. They outside, you know what I'm saying, being reckless. You feel me? It's a different era, you know what I'm saying? They ain't, you know. So we need balance tonight, y'all, is what I'm saying. We need balance, y'all. We just hit 500 some live viewers. Y'all in the university, thank y'all for walking in here on the late night side. Y'all probably was here first, but guess what? I was late. Okay, it was me. It wasn't y'all. It wasn't nobody's fault. All right. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I don't want to close my throat chakra and be lying to y'all and shit. It was me, y'all. It was just me, y'all. It ain't no reason. It was just self, y'all. I was just late today. Bear with me. Feel me? Bear with me. You know what I'm saying? But I see y'all coming up in here because y'all probably was already outside. Like, man, what the fuck, God? Man, we gone, man. We be back later, man. We ain't. God ass, man, he be on his own time. You know, he already be talking about time ain't real. He sure be proving the shit, because he sure will say he gonna be on at 8:39 and he don't come on at 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, though. So, but anyway, so like I was saying, we talking about this term Super Saiyan, because that's the name of the lecture, right? The real Super Saiyans. All right, so to understand what a Super Saiyan is, you know, I have to go to Google. All right. Now, for those of you who never watched a cartoon called Dragon Ball Z, we're going to learn a little bit about it today. All right. And the references and what they really referred to and what they mean and how they refer back to us as a species in this whole war that took place since these parasitical invaders landed on our planet in their year of 1492. They tell the whole story. They damn near telling you the story in Dragon Ball Z. But we gonna break that down. All right, the real Super Saiyans. Hope you rolled up. If you ain't rolled up, it's all good. You don't gotta do something you don't normally do. Be yourself. That's always my advice to you. Be yourself. You can never go wrong being yourself. That's high vibration to be yourself. That's why I don't get on here and pump fake with y'all. That's low vibration. High vibration is to be yourself. Okay? So, on the cover, I showed a black god. Flip this around. Let me flip this around. All right, so we flipping the camera around. We still good? It's still okay. Cool. All right. So, This was the cover. All right. This was the cover of today's lecture. It said the real Super Saiyans. Now the god on this cover, that's Afro Samurai. All right. I just used his picture because I wanted to make. I'm talking about the real Super Saiyan, so I want to show somebody with carbon. And like I was just saying, we don't have too many cartoons like that of us. So, I went and just grabbed a picture of Afro Samurai from Boondocks, and I used his picture. That's a good image. That's a carbonated being. All right. So, the real Super Saiyans. What is a Super Saiyan? A Super Saiyan is a character that was depicted in Dragon Ball Z to be fictional. The Super Saiyans are a warrior race. In a fictional warrior race, allegedly, a fictional warrior, the Super Saiyans are allegedly supposed to be a fictional warrior race, y'all. In a cartoon named Dragon Ball Z, which this isn't from Dragon Ball Z. This is Afro Samurai from Boondocks. We gonna scroll to Dragon Ball Z. Cause we got elders in here that ain't never watched no goddamn Dragon Ball Z. So they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I gotta break it down for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't seen no Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Super who? Some people probably couldn't even pronounce that S word. What is this lecture? The real Super Saiyans. Well, I rock with him, so I know it's gotta be good. I'ma just tune in. He gonna make the shit make sense later. He'll make it make sense later, goddamn it, shit. Y'all ass crazy. I can feel y'all energy. And you got the guys in here like, nigga, I watched every episode. I already knew what the Super Saiyans was. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I already knew what the Super Saiyans was, nigga. Nigga, get to the download. Nigga, what's the download, nigga? You got the impatient guys. You got the guys that's in their super higher self, so they just cool, calm, collect. They didn't rolled up, you know what I'm saying? They sitting back, they like, yeah, God finna go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Make this shit make sense tonight. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Gotta make it make sense, y'all. Peace to the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai, man. How y'all feeling? I see y'all coming up in here. We got Afro Samarizi on the board right now. Afro Samurai from Boondocks. He's our god. I don't want to say male model. He's our god model for the evening right here. All right. But the lecture isn't about him. But if you do, just speaking about him in Boondocks real quick, they show him he's a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And the way they show his character moving the Boondocks, once again, that's DEA, but that's a whole nother lecture. All right. So we talking about the real Super Saiyans. And the Saiyan race was a warrior race that took over a planet. All right. And in Dragon Ball Z, I'm finna show you how they make these Saiyans appear to be the good guys when the Saiyans are the bad guys. All right. Now, the story that they tell you in Dragon Ball Z, this is how the oppressor confuses you, right? We are the real Super Saiyans. All your carbonated beings. Your non-ether beings. Once you see everything, all the traits of the Super Saiyans, which I'm about to let you see, you'll know why we are the Super Saiyans. However, though, in Dragon Ball Z, the oppressor wants to fool you. Here, babe. The oppressor wants to fool you, right? My bad. The oppressor wants to fool you, right? So in Dragon Ball Z, he hides your history, all right, and your abilities behind a fictional race called the Super Saiyans. Meanwhile, he tells a complete different story. Okay? Let me run this back before I go to it. And I'm gonna show it to you. In this cartoon, Dragon Ball Z, when he shows you the Saiyans, the whole Saiyan story is really the story of what the human beings did when they landed on our planet in the year 1492. Okay? But all the traits of the Super Saiyans are actually the traits of us. This is how cold the oppressor is with his lies. Let's check him out tonight. Let's check him out. All right. So boom. This is the Saiyans. All right. The Saiyans are a fictional race that was created allegedly, all right, in a cartoon called Dragon Ball Z. And I urge everybody, if you ain't never seen it, order it on YouTube, watch the whole goddamn cartoon every season, okay? Because they tell you so many stories about what's going on in the cosmos and these different extraterrestrial races in this cartoon, okay? And what you gonna see tonight is, what you gotta know is this. How did the Hollywood creator had this much detail about the Saiyan race for this just to be fictional? All right. Look at how they dress. You see their tails? These are the Saiyans right here, right? These are the Saiyans in Dragon Ball Z. Who they look like? Caveman, right? Don't they look just like how they told you caveman used to be dressed? And then you see a tail right here. Why do they have a tail? All right. This represents the animal genetics. They are humanoid looking, right? These are your human beings. The Saiyans represent your human being race. Their looks, right? Their look in this cartoon. This is a very deep cartoon. All right, because it talks about our story in this cartoon, but it's hidden. These are the Saiyans. Look at them. Look at how this is broken down on this website. This is how you should know this isn't no fucking cartoon. Look at how it's broken down. Other names: homeworld, habitat, body type, height, locomotion, diet, sapient level, status, universe, created by. And you will read this. A person don't have their third eye open, right? They'll read this and won't have no clue. But let's read about the Saiyans. And we already know, right? The creation story. We know the creation story that the oppressors taught us in school about, that the world started either A, from the fucking Big Bang out in space, or B, from Adam and Eve. God made Adam, and then out of Adam's rib, he made Eve. These are the two stories that the oppressors tell you, that how life was created here on this planet. Now, I have came and told you, and other intellects have told you about a different story where I say, hey, that is not what happened. We've been here. We created this planet, and these human beings came and landed on our planet. And they entered our planet through portals in the Caucasus Mountains. And these human beings come from our brother Zeus, who created them to destroy us. All right. Now, let's read about the Saiyans. Check this out. Saiyans are an endangered race of sapient humanoids, widely known for being a naturally aggressive warrior race, who are one of the strongest species in the universe. Now, when you talking about, once again, these are your traits. They talking about us, the Anunnaki gods. Remember, I told you, in this cartoon, They gave the Saiyans all our strengths. Okay? While mixing their story in, but they gave them our strengths in here. All right? So when they saying naturally aggressive race, yes, human beings were naturally aggressive, right? They was aggressive in the caves because before they came through the caves back home on their planet of Nern, they were aggressive. They were bred with animal traits, so they are full of animal instincts. They react out of animal instincts. They are very barbaric. Okay, this is known about human beings all through early history in Europe. You can go look at it. They was always barbaric. Go look at their Germanic raids. Go Google the Germanic raids. All right, and how all those tribes came out of the Caucasus Mountains, killing all the Moors and stuff like that. All right, like it's been barbaric. Okay. And this is because back home on Earth, when Zeus created their race, like I told you, when Zeus created the human race, he bred them like that. Even now, they're like that. You'll never hear a black person going to shoot 100 motherfuckers and then shoot itself. But they will, though. You'll never hear about no black or Latino person chopping a motherfucker up, then sitting down and eating them. But they will, though. You'll never hear about no black motherfucker or no Latino motherfucker, if you want to call them that. No god or no goddess. Killing a motherfucker. Then burying them in their wall and still living in the house the rest of their life. But they will, though. Well, they have 1,000 motherfuckers buried in the walls. And all up under the house. John Gacy wasn't the first and he wasn't the last. John Wayne Gacy was not the first and he wasn't the last, man. All right. Now, these are the traits of the human beings. We just talking science right now, genetics. These are the traits of the human being species. Now check this out. Let's keep reading about these Saiyans. Let's see check out their history. Check this out. This is supposed to be a cartoon, y'all. But check out this. Watch this story. The Saiyans were a group of barbaric aliens who arrived to the planet Vegeta, once known as the planet Plant, very long ago. We already sounding similar to the real creation story here now. The Saiyans were a group of barbaric aliens who arrived on this planet that they wasn't from. And they were already barbaric before they got there. Keep in mind, alien only means foreign, not from there. Because they already told you the Saiyans were what? Hold on, the Saiyans are what? Body type. Humanoid. Look at them. Humanoid. With tails. And we know who grow tails. To this day, we know who grow tails. Okay? We know who grow tails. Let's see. Oh, okay, right. We know who grow tails. Okay? To this day, we know who grow tails. This is real life pictures of people with tails. We know who grow tails, man. To this day. Okay? And you will never see nobody with carbon in their skin growing a tail. Okay? So let's go back to this supposed to be cartoon, though, about these Saiyans with these tails that are humanoid. Remember, y'all, it's supposed to just be a cartoon. Let's keep reading the history of the Saiyans in this cartoon. The Saiyans were a group of barbaric aliens who arrived to the planet Vegeta, once known as the planet Plant, very long ago. So that means they changed the name of the planet after they got there. Sounds familiar to me. Their home planet, Sadala, had been destroyed due to conflict among Saiyans. Wow. Now, if you know true esoteric history, you will know for a fact that the human beings.
Peace to the gods and goddesses of the planet God. Peace, and positive energy always creates elevation. Peace to all the high vibrational human beings. Peace to the ancestors for working through me. If you wish to see this full video, please head over to our official online website, www.theuci.online, and click on the video tab. Also, you can click, the shortcut to this video is to click the link below. It will be in the pinned comment in the comment section below. You can click the link and it will take you directly to this video so that you can watch this full video. Please be sure to continue to spread the message via social media. Use the hashtags on TikTok, Rashad Jamal, and hashtag free Rashad Jamal. Be sure to continue. Thank you for everyone that's donating to the university and for those who are subscribing to the online website. And to purchase official crystals, please visit the website as well. I love you all. I'll be home soon. Now we rise. I leave as I come. Ashe.